I'm Sue.
I'm Julia.
And welcome to Sticks and Stones Podcast. Today on episode 46, we're going to make DIY rain chains out of wire and rocks. We're going to catch up with the ladies and see what they've been working on. We're going to give away some prizes and generally have lots of fun. Join us.
Ooh, I feel like a bandit. You should.
This is going to be a blooper reel, but we're going to do all the bloopers right now.
Yes. Oh boy, it's just been that kind of day. I don't even know what to say.
All right.
Running. But you know what?
I'm bionic. What do I know?
I have had two big accomplishments this week.
What?
Well, first. Dun, 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 dun. It is a finished Hitafude.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm excited about this. I think it's cool looking. I wasn't sure about the fuzzy wool, but
It is really pretty.
it's pretty. Yeah,
It's gorgeous. And it's perfect for fall. Nice color for fall.
it is. And it's not showing up very well. So here, I think the closer I get to the camera, the closer it is to the real color.
Yeah, I can't figure out what the color is, and it might be because we're under an orange umbrella.
That could be. It's like
But
a magenta, maroony magenta.
But it almost looks purpley to me.
Yeah. So I finished this for the knit along, and some of you finished too, which is exciting.
That is very exciting.
Yeah. And this is done in Titus, in case you're curious and you like it. You can make your very own Hitafude in Titus. But we did have two finishers, which is also very exciting. So I'm just real quick going to do I already did the drawing, but I'll announce the names. We decided that we're... Let's pause, because your head's down. Yeah, I was trying to get you.
I was going to push you back, but then I thought everyone could see it. Sit back!
So I don't know how to announce this.
Because?
Yeah. The finishers are each I'm going to give each of the finishers a pattern from my store. Is that a good way to say it?
Yeah. As
Okay.
opposed to what else would you
I
say?
don't know.
So we had
Executive
two prizes.
decision.
No, you don't have to say it like that.
Yeah.
You say we had two prize winners. They each received a pattern, free pattern from my store. Do
And
they get to pick?
Yeah, they can pick whatever they want.
There you go.
Okay. So the two finishers, which is very exciting, they are each going to get a pattern from my Ravelry store. So congratulations to both of you. The two finishers are You Knitted Skeins, and that's Angie, and Clever Chook, who is Monica. So you guys let me know what pattern you would like from my store, and I will be happy to send that on over to you. And good work, everybody. They're beautiful. One's all nice and variegated, and one is this beautiful spring green. So
Beautiful. I can't wait to see them.
yeah, I've yet to see one of these that's not pretty. So, yeah. So that's done.
But we want to hear about your other big
Yeah,
accomplishment, because
okay.
that one's like, drum roll please.
So this is my other big accomplishment.
Ching!
This right here
One skein wonder.
is a book, and this right here is a cat,
Meow, 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 meow.
and this right here is the pattern that I wrote that's in the book.
And this right here is Julia Swart, who's featured right now.
Yeah, I was very excited. I got this
You
in the
should be
mail the other
excited.
day, and I took it straight out. I'm like, look, I published.
Meow, meow,
So-
meow, 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 meow. Congratulations.
Thank you. This is Graphic Kitty, and you can get the pattern here, or I'm going to be putting it up in my shop real soon. The yarn was donated to me by Fiber Nymph Dye Works, which was very, very nice. So a big thumbs up to, and thank you to Lisa as well for helping me out with this pattern. But yeah,
That is so
I'm just really
exciting.
excited.
Look how gorgeous it looks.
I know.
Look, there's a baby playing with it.
Yeah, isn't that nice? I like to
So
see
what's
that.
the name of the book again?
The book is called One Skein Wonders for Babies.
Who is it by?
It's by Story Publishing. It's edited by Judith Durant. and it should be at least on Amazon, if not in bookstores at this point in time. So it's got some really cute stuff in it.
Do you have to go sign books
No.
and be famous? And are you meeting the president?
That would be fun, but no.
But you already said you
There's
might
a
be
little.
doing blog stuff?
Yeah, there's gonna be a blog tour where we all various contributors talk about the book on our blog. So mine's not until October. It's a little while yet, but so there'll be a lot of talk. I mean, there's a lot of people in here. I mean, that's the nice thing about 101. There's 101 projects in here, so it's a really good deal. And some of them are very, very cute. Plus, they're all one skein. Plus, they're all for babies, and who can go wrong with babies?
Right. Makes them
Baby
little
knitting.
so they get done fast.
Yeah. Yeah. So
maybe if I start now, I could have a sweater done for my grandchild, my future grandchild, because you know how it took me 3 years to knit this much of a washcloth. My oldest is in 7th grade, so that gives me a good, hopefully 10 years or so.
Yeah, you can do it.
20 years.
Wishful thinking there.
Knit a baby sweater. What, that I would knit a baby sweater in 20 years? Yes, that is very wishful thinking.
Oh, no.
Yes.
But so that's very
so
exciting.
Hey, Julia.
Yeah.
Woo.
So, yeah, and I just thought he was cute. He's got taggies, the taggies.
Yeah,
that
those
I
are
love.
fun. Babies love those.
Yeah,
Babies
so
love
those are my big exciting things.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Otherwise, I've just been making stuff. Have you been making stuff?
I finished my bracelets, but they're over there. I can't
Here.
reach them right now.
I can get them.
These are my 2 horsehair bracelets that I made. Somebody ordered one, so I made a second one because it just was fun.
Yeah.
I like the colors. So I'm going to be working towards, I have a show coming up at the Arts Barn in Schuylkill Haven at the end of this month. So I'm going to be working on some pieces for that.
And what kind of braid is this?
That is an 8-strand round braid.
Not proprietary.
No, you could probably find it. It has white, black, and brown
Yeah,
horsehair.
I really love it.
So,
And the silver is a nice contrast.
yeah, so fun.
Yeah.
Working on that. I tried to put lights up in my studio. Several years ago, I was on a house tour, and somebody had strung up lights across their studio, and mine has kind of harsh lighting. Sometimes I don't like the lighting in it, and the lights are also very warm. So I've been thinking about this ever since I saw that, and finally yesterday, I got up finally I was like, I'm going to do this, and I did it, and then they fell down and they smashed.
Oh.
So there's glass all over my studio.
no. Oh no.
So I have to kind of clean it up before I can work.
Yeah. Aw.
I guess that's one way to motivate me to clean, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, you were stepping on glass, working.
I just step
Aw.
around the glass. I mean, I did vacuum once, but I went up there today and I was like, oh, look, there's more glass. You know how glass is.
Yeah.
Like 5 years from now, I might step on it.
Yeah.
There is a no barefoot rule up there right now.
Oh my gosh.
Good times.
How many
so.
broke?
3. They're only this big, but
Yeah.
you know, glass can shatter in so many pieces. And actually, 2 of them smashed, and then I took the thing down and I was putting it on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And another one just smashed. And I was like,
Ugh.
it wasn't like I threw it. I put it was gently on the floor. I was thinking, what are these, really delicate? Or
Yes.
the kind that you hit them the wrong way. And anyway, that
Yeah.
was my excitement yesterday.
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Well, on Mondays, my husband goes into the office, so I cleaned a little, and then I sat down and I worked a little on my own stuff, which was kind of fun. And I'm building a studio in the basement.
Really?
I've decided, yeah, because now we've kind of cleared out some old boxes to make the basement look bigger, and you know, it's a little more organized. So I brought one of our computer tables downstairs, and I brought some shelves down. All of my yarn is in bins in the basement now, and I'm going to string up curtains and to hide the oil tanks that I don't really want to see while I'm crafting.
Yes.
But I believe I can find an outlet so I can hook up my sewing machine down there, and then it can stay. And you know, I'll have to cover it obviously, so basement doesn't get on it. But,
Right.
But I'm excited to think that I might actually have a place to sit down and sew. It's been a long time since I've
Yeah,
had a place
it
to
makes
sew.
such a difference if you have a sewing machine out all the time instead of having to lug it out.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Says the
I've
woman
been-
who didn't sew, whose sewing machine is sitting out.
I'm thinking about putting some bags together or something once I get it done. Or
Good.
I used to make clothes. Maybe I'll try that again. I don't know.
Good
But
time.
that's coming. That's not. In the meantime.
One step at a time. Try not to break anything. That's my advice for building a new studio.
Yeah. Don't bump the oil line.
There you go.
Oh gosh. No, but the other stuff I've been working along a little bit more on my Rhinebeck sweater. I've got 2 fronts done now, and the back is done. So it's a wrap sweater, which is
Wow,
why they
this
look
is going to
odd.
be really nice and heavy.
And there's the back, all finished.
Wow.
Yeah, and I got one sleeve just started.
Cozy.
It is. It's going to be nice and snuggly. I'm excited for it.
Hopefully it'll be nice and cold then.
I know, if it's like an 80-degree day, I'm probably going to wear it anyway, and then I'll sweat. Because, you don't make these things not to wear them.
Right. Exactly.
So that's coming along. And then I just did little things. I've done another little cowl
Oh,
for
that's
Christmas. Yeah, I thought this is called the cocoon stitch.
Cute. That would look so cute as a headband. Like a ski headband.
Yeah, I guess you could wear it that way.
It's a little big, but don't I look cute?
Yeah, actually, you could wear it that way.
You made one for me a couple years ago
Mhm.
that I still wear. But I like this. It reminds me of a Nordic sweater.
You have to be a little bit smaller around.
Because
Yeah.
my head's not that big.
Or just a skinny cowl. That's really what I made it for.
It's cute.
To be just a decorative thing. And then I made a little hat and mittens for a new baby.
Aww.
Because they're just so darn cute.
Oh my gosh, that's really.
Isn't that
I
sweet?
like how there's the subtle little colors inside there. You could
Yeah.
really do this for a boy or a girl.
Yeah. So this
Because
is
there's
the...
just a little bit of pastel pinks and purples.
Yeah, there is actually. I didn't
And
notice the purple. Oh.
There's just like a little pinky purple and blue.
His brother got a brown sweater, so I figured I would do something that might go with the sweater if they want to put that on him. But
So
he also has
forward
his
thinking.
new. So this is the barley hat, and the yarn is it Araucania? I can't remember. I got it on the New Jersey Wool Walk. And the mittens are by Susan B. Anderson. They're all free patterns.
That's
So-
really cute. I really like that yarn.
Thank you. There's extra. Maybe if you're nice. No.
You'll knit me a sweater?
Not
From
what I've
extra
left,
yarn
but-
from a baby hat?
No, but I wonder if something like, well, here it's on my neck, how this would look in a patterned yarn, if it would work out or if it would look too busy.
I think it would be fun if you can you match up the stripes this way, or is that the way you knit it?
No, you knit it this way. So the stripes would be, it would look almost maybe plaid, because you'd have the texture going up and the stripes going around.
That's small enough that you could just try it, and if it turned out badly, oh well.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing in my spare time.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. The Dishcloth Diva giveaway will be going on another 2 weeks.
Ye and ha.
Yeah, since now we're on a
So
schedule.
maybe I'll finish mine.
And so get on the thread and sign up if you wanna.
Yeah, Dishcloth Divas. Woohoo, that's me.
And now Sue's gonna show us
Rain
knit chains.
It's really fun, really
Yeah.
easy. We'll spend all afternoon making them.
Cool. All right, we'll be right back.
So today for our DIY, we're gonna make rain chains. Last episode we saw them. This is one that my daughter made, and I just thought it was a fun project that we should do on the podcast. So all you really need is rocks. You can do any kind of rocks. They can be ones that aren't tumbled. This one's a little bit tumbled. This one's flat. Or ones that have been highly tumbled by the river or by a tumbling machine. You need some wire. You'll need preferably round nose pliers if you want to get these nice little zigs and zags in here. Possibly chain nose, depending on how tough your wire is. And then you'll need some sort of cutters. I have some standard wire cutters here that you would get at a hardware store. These are flat cutters, and then are flush cutters, and then this is a little fancier pair of cutters. So I'm going to move these out of the way for now. Oh, and you need some jump rings to attach them to each other. You could just wire it one to the other and not use the jump rings, but the advantage of using the jump rings is you could rearrange your rocks if you wanted to, like from biggest to smallest, or just however you want to do it. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take your wire, and it kind of helps if you work right off the spool rather than cutting the wire. I'm just straightening it out a little bit here, and you're just going to make a loop. This is going to be the part that connects one to the next. You're going to make a loop, and if you wanted to, you could use You could use your round nose pliers to make it a more perfect loop, but I think part of the beauty in this project is rocks are not uniform, and so this is sort of a fly by the seat of your pants project. You're then going to twist the end of the wire around the loop so it's out of your way and you don't want to get it caught up on it. Again, if you wanted to, you could use your chain nose pliers to do that. Ooh, there's a lot of cat fur on my chain nose pliers. So we have a loop, and you're going to pick one of your rocks. Let's go with this one. And you're going to kind of decide how you want the wire to go across your rock. So you can see some of them are vertical, some are horizontal. This one's sort of round, but when you look at where the loops are on it, it's kind of diagonal. So kind of figure out where you want your loops on this and how it's going to hang. And then all you're going to do is measure it. Doesn't have to be perfect, and I'm going to put my other loop down here so that when I'm done, this will bend up. So I'm going to make a second loop here. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. This is a natural material, and I'm just going to twist a loop into it. And now I'm going to put this back on my rock. I'm going to put it here. I have my two loops on either side. And now I'm just going to start taking my wire and wrapping it around my rock. And again, you're just winging this. This doesn't have to be perfect in any way. I could do all around. You can see some of these rocks she just did all around in the middle. This one has an X on it. This one, it's spaced evenly. This one has a ton of different wires, and this one goes, this one right here, she went back and forth all the way up and down. But you're going to wrap this around, and when you're finished, you're going to bring it up to the end and now wrap it around one of your ends, doesn't matter which end, and then you're going to cut the wire off. The great thing about this is that if there are some ends, and this is a great way to start with some jewelry wrapping techniques, because this is not going to be something you're going to wear, so it doesn't matter if you have these little ends sticking out. They're not going to stab you like they would if you were wearing a necklace. But you can just smush that in a little bit. So now we have our rock with the wire around it. And you can see the wire at this point. If you tried, you could just pull all this wire off. To fasten it a little bit better to the rock so that rock isn't sliding everywhere, you're just going to take your round nose pliers and you're going to grab the wire and just turn it. And so you can make little designs with it if you'd like. Make little waves. But it firms up the wire against the rock so that the rock doesn't come out of the wire. And if you wanted to be fancy and make a little swirl, depending on how heavy your wire is, you can, turn, if I turn this one enough on this side, I couldn't grab that one very well. Let's try it here. You can see I have a little wave here. I can turn this enough that I start to pull that one back out. So just be aware of that. Yep, and I pulled it off the top of the rock, which I didn't mean to do, but that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to put one more right here. So now we have our rock, which is completed. And what I can do is I'm going to move my chain down, and I'm going to put my jump ring through both ends. If you remember, we only open jump rings by turning them across rather than just pulling them apart. So I'm going to turn it and line those up. And now I have my latest addition to my rain chain. So we are going to add to the rain chain.
Yeah.
You can start with the rain chain. So I didn't really say what gauge wire to use during the DIY. If you could read this, this was 20 gauge. 20 gauge is a nice wire to work with. I wouldn't go anything below 22 gauge. And granted, some of it depends on what kind of wire it is. Like this one's 20 gauge. So remember, the bigger the number,
The bigger the number means
the smaller, the thinner
the
the
smaller
wire.
the wire. Yeah. So the easier it is to bend.
So this one actually feels harder to bend than this one, even though they're both, well, I guess they're about the same. They're both 20 gauge. This one's steel wire, and this one is probably a base metal. So, and you're using was probably like a 19 gauge.
Yeah.
Here you one.
I'm getting black stuff all over me. I don't know what this wire is. I don't even know why I bought it.
So, depending on what wire you use too, you're going to get a different effect. Some of this wire is going to rust eventually, and that can be okay because that could be fun and it'll change the color. This is a copper. This is actually a craft wire, so it's copper coated.
Oh.
If you use actual copper wire from the hardware store, it will eventually turn green.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then this one's a fluoro wire. I'm guessing this one might. If it's fluoro wire, it probably won't rust. It's probably coated because if you used it to wrap something that was in a wet area, you don't want it to rust.
But it might tarnish.
Yes, it would probably tarnish. It's not silver though, so
Yeah.
yeah. So it'll change color. So we're gonna wrap these rocks, and I was also thinking it would be fun to do one with shells.
Mm-hmm.
You know, really, a rain chain is meant to hang up and be decorative to take the place of my spouting there. I don't know that I'm going to take my spouting down because I still kind of need that. But it's fun to have, and you could really, you know, if you look in catalogs, they have all different kinds of ones. They have ones that are like little, almost like metal bells or buckets. But it's really just something for the rain to follow down where you want it to go.
We made one a couple years ago because we had a hole in our gutter, and rather than buying a whole new gutter because that's very expensive, we just directed the water down with a rain chain and it into a big flower pot, and it worked very, very well. It was really neat too.
Neat. Neat.
Yeah.
So how's the 19 gauge working?
It's a little stiff, and for some reason, because it's black, I'm getting it's like soot on my fingers. It's kind of odd, like the coating is coming off. But for something that's outside, I don't really care.
Right.
I'm not wearing
And if
it.
you don't have any other use for the wire, then
Right.
that's a good thing to
Right.
use it for.
I'm not wearing it against a piece of cloth or something that I'm afraid I'm going to get dirty.
Right.
All right, so I've wrapped my rock.
The 22 is really easy to bend with your fingers. So, if you have kids and you want to not have to use all kinds of tools, 22 would be a good gauge to start with.
That's kind of neat. It does really cinch right up there.
It does.
Learned something new every day.
How about that? So, I'm going to try it on this one. This one I'm going to wrap it around a little bit, and then I'm going to do my loop.
Oh, you know what I did? I didn't actually attach my ends to anything.
It looks like Mickey Mouse.
It does, but that's not really going to stay on very well, is it?
Probably not. That's why you do the loops first and then wrap.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something here to fix this.
Or you can just start over, because you have plenty of wire. Or you can use a different wire.
I'm going to experiment.
And wrap and wrap and wrap it. This is kind of messy. All the wires are kind of a little dirty.
Yeah. Wire wrapping is not my forte. I admit that. It's just I'm not that good at making it even. That's what I really need to practice on. Someday I will figure it out.
When I get that baby sweater knitted.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be knitting and I'll be wrapping and we'll be all set.
So this time I'm using the chain nose pliers, which I've covered in. I just cover them in Scotch tape because it keeps you from marring your stuff when you, if you're making jewelry and you don't want marks in your wire. But then eventually it wears off and it gets all sticky and cat hair sticks to it.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright.
Singing wires.
My pants are wire collectors. The only other thing you have to watch is if you're particular about how your rocks look, like this rock, because of what kind of rock it is, it's scratching if I touch it with the
Oh.
pliers. So if you don't, honestly, no one's going to notice because
No.
it's a rock. But, some people are very particular about their crafts. So anyway, this project's quick and easy and fun.
Yeah, it is. I could see this being really beautiful on like a gemstone or something that you could wear once you're good at it.
Yeah, you could. You could definitely use the same technique for something you want to wear.
Yeah.
Here we go. That took all of
Yeah, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Yeah, and it's pretty stable.
I'm
It's
just,
not
like I
going
said,
anywhere.
I'm not very good at this. But I've managed to get it wrapped, and I've added another piece of wire. So now, there it is.
Nice.
And it is on.
And it's not going anywhere.
No. And I like the dark against the light. I think that's kind of
That
cool
looks
looking.
really pretty. That looks really
So.
pretty. Ta-da!
Yay.
All right.
Neat.
I might think I'm going to work on putting some shells together and see how that looks.
And that's a pretty
Some of
dark.
these have holes in them, so all I have to do is make a loop.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I think that's about it for today.
Yeah. This has been an interesting, fun project. Something new and different again.
Thanks for joining us once again.
And keep on crafting, keep on knitting, and we'll see you back real soon.
Sticksandstonespodcast.wordpress.com.
Yep.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.